Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar today. I cannot believe that we are at the very end of October, which means we are almost at the end of the year. I feel like I say this all the time. What is time? But somehow it is the end of October. And so it is time for another social media updates webinar. All of the social media updates from October that you might have missed. I see that people are coming in, saying this in the chat. I already know what I'm going to ask, but I'd love to know where you're joining from. We've got Jesse joining us from Amsterdam. Who else is joining us from far away? We've got Nova Scotia. Oh my gosh, Sydney, Australia. Natalie, let us know what time it is in Sydney, Australia, because I cannot do that quickly, but that's really exciting. That's very cool. And also let us know what the weather is like where you are. Alyssa and I were just chatting. It's gloomy for me. I think it is for you as well, right, Alyssa?
Yes. Yeah. Very gloomy, very rainy, but it does feel a bit cozy. It's like nice fall cozy vibes.
A classic fall day. And Natalie has updated us that it is 5 a.m. in Australia. I feel like that's the farthest and the earliest that someone has joined this webinar for. So thank you for joining at that time. And also, yes, go Jays. Thank you for mentioning that in the chat. Super exciting. Okay, perfect. Keep letting us know where you're joining from. Keep letting us know what the weather is like where you are. I love to see it. And we'll dive right into our housekeeping slides. Okay, so if this is your first time at this webinar, maybe you saw the link on LinkedIn or someone shared the link with you and you're wondering who/what is HeyOrca? That's us. We are a social media management tool for teams and agencies. We're here to help you with all of your scheduling needs. And also we have unlimited users, which is helpful for teams that collaborate a lot. And also, if you don't already follow us on Instagram, I think you totally should. It's at HeyOrca on all platforms. So if you're thinking to yourself, I wish there was a place where I could get actionable tips and resources, social media news updates, and of course, a relatable meme, give us a follow because our social media manager, Jessica, does an amazing job. And it's just a fun time on there. Perfect. And Jesse has just popped the link for our Instagram into the chat. And we'll start off with a quick round of intros. So Alyssa, I'll let you go first with your intro.
All right. So my name is Alyssa and I'm a community strategist here at HeyOrca. So I work on our newsletter, our Facebook group, webinars, HeyOrca stands, all that kind of stuff. And I'll pass it over to Natalie.
Nice, thank you. So I'm Natalie. I'm the social media community strategist here at HeyOrca. So I'm obsessed with all things social media and community. I love featuring our community in social. So if you ever are interested in collabing, don't hesitate to reach out. And next, it's time to talk about our giveaway. So again, we've mentioned this in the past couple of webinars, but if you've missed it, just a little update. So we are now giving away one $50 Amazon gift card. We've upped the stakes a little bit. I mentioned this last time. I'll mention it again because it's coming around the corner. Christmas shopping is coming around the corner, so this might help with that. And to enter, super easy. All you have to do is just share something you learned from this webinar on LinkedIn. Make sure you tag us at HeyOrca so that we see it. And because sometimes it takes a little bit of time to write a LinkedIn post, you have until Tuesday at noon to enter the giveaway. And if you're like, where do I start to write a post? We have a little hack, which is just take a screenshot of one of the slides of the update that's most interesting to you, that might affect you the most, that I don't know, anything that resonates with you, take a screenshot and use that to springboard off into your post. We love seeing screenshots of the webinars on LinkedIn. So again, we'll pick one lucky winner to win a $50 Amazon gift card. And I don't know, let's say you've won before and you're like, maybe I can't enter. Yes, you can. It resets every week. So if you've entered before, if you've won before, you are still welcome to enter this and you are still eligible to win. So post away. But that being said, we still have our LinkedIn polls going on. They're so much fun. We're not getting rid of those. We love having you guys weigh in. They just won't count for an Amazon gift card giveaway. But yeah, we want to hear what you guys are thinking. So this week we're asking, will you be manually adjusting your feed with Instagram's new algorithm controls? You might be wondering, what the heck is that all about? Stay tuned. We'll update you on that. And then we want to know if you'll be using that or not. And before we get into the webinar, I'm just really teasing you guys. However, I have a very big special announcement, not just me, but the whole team, a very big special announcement to share. So perhaps maybe some of you might remember we had our first ever in-person community summit in Toronto this past May. And it was so much fun. And we had such a blast connecting with our community that we're having another one. It's out there. The announcement is out there. So we are having another one. This one is going to be in St. John's, Newfoundland, which is actually HeyOrca's home base. That's where HeyOrca started. So it's going to be on November 28th. It's going to be a half-day event with speaker sessions, a hands-on workshop, a panel discussion, chances for networking. So tickets are on sale now. I would love to see each and every one of you there. So either scan the QR code or go to the link, which Lyle has popped into the chat. It's also in the sticky note at the very top. I would love to see you there. And again, that will be on November 28th. So yay, that is happening and we're super excited. All right, with all of that out of the way, it is time to get into our social media updates from October. We're going to start off with the October video trends. Now, in case you're wondering, these are like the more recent ones. And I've tried to find ones that are either original audio, so you don't have to worry about copyright, and or can be used if maybe your team is a little bit shy and you're like, I don't want my face in there. I've tried to pop some ones in there that can be used by all sorts of teams. So let's do the first one. Okay, so the first one is called the You Need to Control Your blank, blank, blank addiction. I'll play it and then I'll kind of explain it.
Vem magalenha rojão, traz a lenha pro fogão, vem fazer armação.
So the idea is it's like you need to control your XYZ addiction, whatever it is that your brand or business sells, whether it's coffee, whether it's treats, whether it's clothes, whether it's bags, whatever. You just balance it on a body part and it's you controlling it. If your team is shy or, you don't want to include faces, you can just do a zoom in of someone like balancing it on their knee. You can have someone balancing it on their head from behind or from like the side that kind of doesn't show their face. You can kind of adjust it, but the joke is that you're controlling the item on your body. Let's see here. Okay, the next one is the what do you do all day as a XYZ trend. Again, an original audio with no copyright. We love. And this one is, I love this one. So you just obviously put in text in like a circle, what it is that you do all day. You could change it to be like, I don't know. What is it that you love about your industry? Anything like that. What's on your menu this season? And then you have someone run around in a circle so that they're like hitting all of the text on screen.
I love that that one's only 5 seconds. Like it's so easy.
We love a 5-second trend.
Yes.
We love, yes, exactly. All right. Okay, this next one is called the kicking words trend. Again, 5 seconds, super simple. So you have some text on screen, really small, and then you film someone walking up and like they're going to kick the text, and then you have that text pop up even larger. And then this you can use to like make an announcement, give an update, or just like share like, I don't know, like an industry hot take or something like that. So again, super easy to do, pretty fast. We love to see it. Also, Jen is loving the ABBA, and so did I. Okay, and our last one is the get me out of here trend. I saved the goofiest one for last, so here we go.
And sometimes, once in a while, you'll be eating breakfast and you'll go,
So this one just involves lip syncing to a clip from an interview where someone just yells, "Get me out of here." And it's funny if it's like, there's like juxtaposition used. So you have something that's like a situation that you want to escape from that's not that bad. So for example, this person here wrote, "When someone asks how my corporate job is going with a steady paycheck and reasonable hours." You could also say like, I don't know, like when a client emails me asking for like a revision, something like that. Get me out of here. And again, 8 seconds. I think all of these were under 10 seconds. So hopefully easy peasy to jump on, and they're pretty recent. So you can definitely still use them. All right. And we're going to hop back into the webinar with our updates. And we're going to start off with Instagram. As per usual, there were a bunch of Instagram updates this month. So we're going to go through them. So first things first, Instagram is launching shareable insights for creators. So creators will be able to export insights about their account and specific campaigns or posts or reels as a PDF via the Edits app. This feels very advanced and cool. And this will be really useful for supporting brand deal proposals, building media kits, and providing updates to brand collaborators. All right, so this next one, I'm curious if anyone has seen this, because I actually had this update show up on my phone, and I feel like I'm always last with any Instagram updates. So if you've seen this, let me know in the chat if you have. But basically, Instagram is prompting users to switch to the new navigation bar. So this will change your bottom navigation bar to be organized as home, Reels, DMs, search, and profile, so that users can access Reels and messages from anywhere in the app. Adam Mosseri has been saying that Reels and DMs have been really the driving force behind Instagram's growth for the past couple of years. So this navigation bar will put them as the first 2 tabs after the home button. Ashley,
I was just going to say, I do not have this yet, of course. I'm always last. But I did see something, and I could be wrong about this, but I saw someone on LinkedIn say that if you opt into it, you cannot go back. So once you see that pop up and you opt in, you're locked in. So just make sure you remember that. If you don't like the look of this, just avoid that opt-in button for as long as you can.
It's true. Although I feel like sometimes they're inevitable. And
Yeah.
sometimes it feels like I'm just ripping off the Band-Aid. It's like, okay, I'm going to have to make the change anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Katie is saying that this was needed, and accessing DMs was such a headache before. So I'm glad that this is a change that's liked. Let's see here. Julia is saying that it never gave her the option. It just did it. So Julia is on board with the new navigation bar. And Lindsay is saying that she has it, but still adjusting to the rearranged icons. Yes, I feel like last time there was a change with the navigation bar. I kept hitting, I forget what it was that changed, but it took me so long to get used to the new one. Yeah. All right. Hopping into the next one. This one's pretty cool. So Instagram will be highlighting creative talent with the new Gold Ring Award. So Instagram has launched Rings, which is a new award that recognizes creators that take bold creative risks and shape culture. And winners receive both a physical ring, but also like this special gold digital ring that highlights their profiles across the app. They can also change the color of their profiles. This was very cool. There are 25 winners, and they include Elise Myers, if anyone follows her, and the singer Leve, which I just learned how to pronounce her name, but she is one of them. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see. All right. And Instagram is testing the new Reels algorithm controls. So if you have been on the edge of your seat since I talked about the poll it's here. Here's the update. So Instagram is rolling out a new Your Algorithm feature that will let users manually control their feed by adding or removing topics. This feature is being launched on Reels first, and then will expand to the Explore page and the main feed. So yeah, I am interested to see if people will be taking advantage of this. Yeah, I feel like I kind of like the unexpectedness of the algorithm sometimes, and being shown things that I didn't know that I wanted to see. So I don't know if I'll take advantage of this, but I'm curious to see what other people think.
I agree. I feel like I love when the algorithm is showing me things that it knows I like, but it's nice when it sometimes shows you something different that's like maybe somewhat in line with one of your other interests. But it's like, yeah, I feel like that's how you discover things, you discover new creators and all of that. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Casey is asking, how do we make sure our content makes it onto people's algorithms if they use this feature? This is a really good question. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's a really great question. I will be honest, I'm not sure, Casey. I don't know if you have any ideas, Alyssa, but on my end, I'm really not sure.
Yeah, I am the same. So yeah, we can definitely check this out though and do a little bit more digging around it.
Absolutely. Yeah, great point. All right. Okay, this next one is just about fun, but I love it. You can now draw on your DM screen within Instagram. So Instagram is letting users draw and add stickers to the DMs. And the point of this update is simply to make the experience more fun. So we like to see. All right. Okay. Another very cool update. I love this. Instagram now has a watch history feature. So let me know in the chat if you've ever, I don't know, seen a post or watched a reel, and then, a couple days later, maybe you're thinking about it, and then because you didn't copy it, you'll never ever find it. I've been there. Let me know if you've been there. But now you can find all the reels that you once saw and never knew how to get back to. So you basically just go to settings, your activity, and watch history. And I will not be clicking the time spent button because that's simply none of my business.
No.
All right. Now moving on to some edits updates. As you know, there's always a ton of edits updates every month. So edits has added share insights, more sound effects, text presets, and more. So you can now share your account and specific Reels performance metrics in a formalized PDF report. You can enhance your videos with over 250 new sound effects, customize your videos with new text styles and fonts, and save custom colors by hex code to make consistent branding even easier. I don't know when they sleep, the edits people.
They are just constantly releasing things.
Yeah. All right. And they didn't stop there. They're getting spooky with new Halloween features like fonts, sound effects, and more. So there's also, in addition to these fonts, there's Halloween themed fonts, scary sound effects, and spooky restyle effects to help you create your scariest content this Halloween season, which I guess we have one day. But if you were like, oh my gosh, when am I going to do that? Now's the time with edits features. All right. And that is it for Instagram updates for now. I'll pass it over to Alyssa with YouTube updates.
Perfect. And before I dive into it, I saw a question from Connor about trends and how to get your senior leadership to be on board with them. We actually just had a webinar last week on this. Shout out Natalie and Jessica. So if you want to check out that webinar, if you go to heyorca.com/webinars, you'll see the recording there, and they cover all of that, and it was amazing. So definitely check that out. But we'll dive into the YouTube updates. Let me know in the chat, is your brand active on YouTube? Like whether that be just regular YouTube, YouTube Shorts, let me know. But if you are into YouTube Shorts, there is a new feature called Extend, which is kind of like a remix filter feature. So if you see a video that you want to like stitch or remix, the Extend feature will actually give you AI prompts to help you with remixing the video. So it will give you prompts of things that you could talk about that relate back to that video. So kind of cool if you want to, maybe you don't feel like filming your own video, you can, remix someone else's, add your thoughts to it, but your video will always link back to the original one as well, just so everyone can go watch the original video. And YouTube has announced public to member live streams. So pretty much if you're live streaming on YouTube, it can be for the general public. And then halfway through, you could say, okay, from here on out, it's just actually going to be for our members. And then it will automatically switch so that anyone in the general public will be out of the live stream and it will just be your members. So before, if someone wanted to do that, they would have had to end the live stream and start a new one. So now it will just automatically switch. And YouTube Shorts has also revamped its editor. So we have a photo of it here. So now you're going to be able to see your audio track, your video track, and then also your overlays and text while editing. So yeah, it looks really nice. I've actually never edited a video within YouTube Shorts before, but judging by this picture, it looks really nice. So let me know if anyone has edited within Shorts before, and if you've seen this update, if you like it, let me know. All right, and YouTube has a new UI refresh, so very exciting. So this includes things like voice replies to comments, extended access to courses, which is really cool. You can leave custom likes, tag grouped products, and you can also share your channel insights with advertisers, brands, or other third-party platforms. So definitely check that out. And to go along with the live stream update, if you're live streaming, you can also now use Q&A stickers, which is really cool. So if you're trying to prompt conversation and engagement with your community, you can check out this feature. And this one is really cool. So YouTube shares more insights about their Ask Studio tools. So pretty much, say you're in a creative rut and you're like, I don't know what to film. You can go to Ask Studio and it will actually pull information and ideas from your channel's data. So you could ask it, can you pull like my top 3 most engaged videos, and then maybe give me some ideas that relate to those topics. So it will do all of the digging for you. So pretty cool if you are kind of out of ideas and wanting something fresh. And the last one is that Adobe Premiere is now integrated with YouTube Shorts. So the two are partnering to bring advanced video creation tools into YouTube Shorts. So more editing fun things that are now going to be in YouTube Shorts. So if anyone is using that, the editing experience is just getting better and better. But I will pass it back to Natalie for Facebook.
Okay, perfect. So hopping into Facebook. So Meta will soon use the conversations you've had with its AI assistant to personalize the ads that you see. So this is from across like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp, and it's going to start on December 16th. That being said, sensitive topics won't be used for targeting. There's like a list of them in the announcement, but it's like anything that again, would be classified as a sensitive topic, won't be used. That being said, users can't opt out of this personalization. Yes. Okay. Moving on to the next one. So Facebook Reels will now show you posts that your friends are liking. I love this one. I love seeing it on Instagram Reels and seeing what Reels my friends have liked. But yeah, when you tap a friend bubble in the corner on a Reel or something in your feed, it'll jump into a private chat with that friend so you can see what your friends are liking. And this is a really cool one. Meta adds more languages to AI translations for Reels. So translations are now supported in English, Spanish, Hindi, and Portuguese, with more languages along the way. Translations are free, and they're a really easy way for creators to reach larger Reels markets. And I'm so sorry if anyone is emotionally attached to their Messenger app on their Windows or Mac, but Meta is shutting it down. Once it is shut down, users won't be able to log in, and you'll be automatically redirected to use Facebook's website for messaging. But chat histories can be saved as long as you take the necessary steps, which involves like enabling storage and setting up a PIN. So FYI. And there's a new Facebook feature suggesting fun edits and collages to use for your photos. So it's easier to share moments, and the suggestions are only shown to you. And this feature does require opting in, and it can be turned off anytime. And that's it for Facebook. I will pass it back to Alyssa with Threads.
All right. And I saw a question about a link to this presentation. A recording will be going out once it's all processed. So you will get a recording of this webinar. All right, let's dive into the Threads updates. So Threads now will hide hashtags. So you can see in this image here, it will now say show hashtags. And if you want to see them, you click it and then it will show all of them. I like this because I feel like if you have a ton of hashtags, it just looks cluttered. So it's kind of nice that it's hidden, and if you want to see it, you can, but at least this way it looks a little cleaner. And you can now hide post replies from the activity tab. So say you posted a thread and there was a reply there that you don't want there and you want to hide it. So you can hide it, but the person who wrote that will still see it. So they won't know that you hid their replies. So that is now there. And Threads is working on ghost posts. So if you want to post something crazy on Threads and you just want it there for 24 hours, you can now do that. So the ghost post will go out, and then after 24 hours, it will auto archive. So kind of fun. I feel like this would be a fun thing to experiment with. So yeah, maybe we'll try one out and let you know how it goes. And Threads now has a group chat. So if you've been wanting to make a group chat on Threads and send fun posts to all of your friends, you can now do that. And you can actually create a group of up to 50 people, which is crazy. I feel like that would be such a hard group chat to manage. But if you wanted to do it, you can. So that is now available. And I'll pass it back to Natalie.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to move on to LinkedIn updates. So the first one is that LinkedIn is limiting competitor analysis for non-paying company pages. So it's restricting their competitor analytics tool so that free users can only compare their page to one competitor, while premium company pages, which starts at $99 a month, can analyze up to 9 and view competitors' trending posts. So that's an update that's coming there. And the next one is that LinkedIn has rolled out the connections leaderboard inside LinkedIn games. I am curious, are you playing any of the LinkedIn games? Let me know in the chat if you are. I feel like I always say to myself, oh yeah, I'll try them. And I get the updates. And then I'm like, oh, I'll do that later. And I never get around to it. But yeah, the connections leaderboard inside LinkedIn games is a feature that shows you how your performance in daily puzzles stacks up against your connection scores. And it gives a competitive shared experience within your professional network. And okay, let's see here. Allie plays all of them daily. Casey does too. Laura plays Wordle, which I feel like there was a while where I could not start my day without playing Wordle. Yeah. And Julia just learned that LinkedIn had games. Yeah, there is a couple of them. Nice. All right. And that's it for LinkedIn updates. I'll pass it back to Alyssa.
All right. So we will now get into some X updates. I think there's just one. So X has announced a handles marketplace. So premium subscribers can request to purchase inactive usernames with both free and paid options. It does say that there's some rare handles that could cost anywhere from $2,500 to over 7 figures, which is like insane to me that someone would pay that much for a handle. Yeah, insane. So yeah, if you want to shop around for some inactive usernames, you can definitely do that. I'm glad everyone else is just as shocked as me, because I was like, 7 figures, what? That's insane. But who knows? Someone will buy it, I'm sure. But we have 2 other industry updates. So if you are a Snapchat user and you've made like a super cute Bitmoji sticker, you can now use that sticker outside of Snapchat. So you can use it in iMessage or with Android. So you can use that sticker other places now. And Google is now offering new AI education courses to its skill platform. So if you are wanting to learn more about AI, that's definitely a good option to check out. And that is all for industry updates. But before I check the chat for questions and we end it, I do want to tell everyone about something. We have a webinar next week. It is on personal branding. And you guys are actually the first people to hear this, but we are going to be running a personal branding challenge. And it's going to start next week. So come to our webinar to learn all about it. But if you just want to learn about personal branding in general, we have an amazing personal branding expert, Madison, who's going to come onto the webinar, and she's going to teach us how to get over cringe mountain. Because if any of you have tried to build a personal brand, you know, like the feeling inside of like, I don't know like what to write, and I feel really weird posting this. She's going to help you get over that, and she's really great. So if you want to join our challenge and learn more about it, or just learn more about personal branding in general, I'm going to put the link in the chat, and yeah, you can come hang with us and learn all about it. Oh, and Jessie put Madison's LinkedIn in the chat, so you can check her out there. She is amazing at building personal brands. Like, hers is awesome. So that's who you will be learning from, which is great.
We recently did a personal branding challenge in HeyOrca just internally. And I will say one thing I learned is that it's easy to feel like you're the only one that has that like feeling before posting on LinkedIn. Everyone has it. Every single person. And I think it's easy when you see other people posting that you're like, no one else feels this way. Yes, we all do. And you can get over it. And Madison is really great at giving you tips to get over that. So yeah,
that
highly recommend.
So true.
I did see one question pop up that I did want to address. We're at the very end, but Natalie is asking, does Instagram or Meta favor edits content versus others? And I think Adam Mosseri not too long ago confirmed that it is slightly. It's not going to be forever, and it's not a huge boost, but he said that because edits is still pretty new and they're still trying to get people to use it. So he confirmed that it gives a little bit of a boost, but it's not something that you can count on to give you instant virality or that will be around forever. But definitely, I think cash in on it while you can, while it's still happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think that is all for questions from the chat. And that is, I think, all for updates on our end. So I'm going to give everybody 15 minutes back in their day. We'll end it here, but thank you so much for watching and for joining. And again, don't forget to enter our LinkedIn contest for a chance to win a $50 Amazon gift card. So if you missed us talking about it at the very beginning, just post on LinkedIn about something you learned in today's webinar. And you have until Tuesday at noon to enter. So yeah, looking forward to seeing your LinkedIn posts. And we will see you next week.
Yes.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.